Yeah, I mean, if we blow up the station and it doesn't stop the monsters, it's not our problem anymore. Oh, shoot. There's no gravity here now. Actually, I think there was no gravity here earlier. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Difficult controlling that. There's a video dev diary out there how odd that elevator was to make, hence no quick saving. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I did notice that it actually, when you're on the main elevator, even all the way up at the Arboretum, it considers you being in the lobby. I did notice that after many, many attempts. Have I ever been here? I don't recognize this. I don't know if I have.
Who? What?
Morgan.
Morgan? Maybe. I see a person who looks like Morgan, you.
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable?
So am I.
Morgan, everything is ready. Now that the keys are armed, the order to execute is given from Captain Mark's terminal. I'm not able to execute. That responsibility is yours.
What kind of stupid problem was that?
Warning, reactor detonation.
It's finished. All the direct...
You killed your brother. My brother who wiped my brain every day for 3 years. Over 1,000 days in a row, he used my brain as a guinea pig and then wiped it again. Yeah, it seems fair.
Directives you gave me have been completed. Next and final topic. Your mind is free of significant Typhon neuromods. I believe the risk you pose to Earth is minimal. However, despite my belief, I cannot act against my directives. In fact, I've already confiscated the keycard to Alex's private escape pod. It's in my storage compartment. If I were to suffer irreparable system damage, I would be unable to interfere with your escape.
Imminent.
Okay.
Please evacuate Talos 1.
Alright, what's next? Time's of the essence, chat. No time to doubt. No time to doubt. This is our story. This is how it plays out. This is what a completely done muck looks like. No, this is logical muck.
Microgravity detected.
Reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate
bro
Talos
tortured me for 3
1.
years. He got what was coming to him. I actually thought that I was going to die. I thought it was going to be just like, I use the keys and the whole place goes boom. I didn't think I was going to get to live. So this was a pleasant surprise. God, this is disorienting. How do I board the escape pod? Wait, seat. What? Alex used tracking bracelet. Ah, there's a button right there. There's a button that Breath Edge had that you'd hold it and you would brake and then reorient every time you hit the button. I missed that button right now. Oh, yes, of course, let's close the door. This is what streaming 1,300 days in a row does to you. No, dude, this makes perfect logical sense to me. He's like, Your brother tortured you for 3 years. Also, he's going to stop us. And he's armed. Well, lock and load, baby. Let's go. And he's like, I am programmed to stop you from leaving, but if you killed me, I couldn't stop you. Well, okay. There we go. Look at that. 2 problems solved. Line them up. I'll knock them down.
Morgan? Morgan, can you hear me? I've detected a pod launch. I thought...
She thought I was going to die too. I thought I was going to die too. Wow, that's kind of sad. She's like, wait, we're not dying together? And I'm just like, yeet.
I keep having this dream.
What? They all lived. I'm a fool. I left and now they're like coming out of hiding. They're going to the rec center. What a very strange ending. This game has multiple endings. Yeah, we're gonna watch until maybe there's a post-credit scene, and then we'll look up the other endings on YouTube. Plus, did you hear how he detected how many Typhon mods you had? He's like, I think you won't pose a threat to Earth. So I'm guessing if I had more Typhon mods, that me getting in the escape pod would have been a really bad thing. Oh, whoa! What is going on? Is this like when the attack first happened? Man, that lady in the rec center has no idea what's going on out here. Oh, they made Spooky Boy. Whoa. Look what he just turned into. I think that's a Weaver. I think we only killed 1 Weaver the entire game. They were such an absolute beast to kill. I don't think I ever killed more than 1. I think I knocked the lamp over. That was like a Canadian riot. Oh, is that the Nightmare? I ran from him twice. Never figured out how to fight him either. The BFG 9000 kills Weavers and Zagat's. Not seconds, because I tried it on it, and I emptied like a full clip, and it was like 20% of the green bar. Unless yours was already like upgraded heavily or something. Oh crap, there's more. I thought we were at the end of the credits. I'm holding off my judgment of the game until I see the other endings. I want to see them. Can you skip the credits? Maybe? I don't want to though. I might get DMCA'd for this, but this is good. There's been many games I've played on stream And like, you know, I uploaded all to my second YouTube channel so people could watch it later if they want. And like the ending credits or the opening credits will get just that episode. You know, they take the I don't care. They take the money from that episode. But then like the whole middle of the game be fine. So it's absolutely possible. Look at all those QA testers, and none of them caught the bug where they got stuck in that one vent and had to reload the game. Isn't that what happened with Alan Wake? Yep. Alan Wake, there was like a song. It was a different song each time between every like act of the game, and every one of those songs was DMCA'd. So chat would be like, "Mug, get ready to skip, get ready to skip." As soon as he says teapot, and he'd be like, "Something, something, teapot." I'd be like, "Bam!" Hit the escape key. And so we only had the problem at the beginning and end of the game, and we skipped all those songs in the middle. I had people in chat warning me. All those QA testers, and none of them complained about the explode self-quit menu muck-up. Oh, those two, but Asim, you razz me so often, I don't know if you're actually giving me a hard time or if you agree with me that. Like, right now, in a completely calm state of mind, I think it is silly that those two things are bound to one key, and you can't separate them. The leave computer menu and launch mine grenade were the same button, and you couldn't separate those. I honestly think that's bad. It's almost 8 a.m. here watching the stream. That's the highest of compliments. That means you can't look away. It's good music, though. It's completely stupid they're on the same key. Oh my gosh, we agree. Leave computer should be escape. You know, it actually, so escape would leave the computer and bring up the escape menu, and then escape again would close the escape menu. So basically I could right click or double tap escape. And there was many times I double tapped escape. So if you ever saw me just menu, close menu, that's what I was doing. Not sure if the people who did the port from control to mouse and keyboard do QA after they are done. Oh yeah, maybe they didn't play back through the game on mouse keyboard. They were very intentionally paired in several. Yeah. Because we even went into controls, like, okay, well, let's just change this in controls, but it was like always the same key. Oh, we're getting to the pictures. That's how you know you're near the end. All right, what do I got? Now entering a hidden location.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be in the middle range.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, that nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind. Or an attempt to integrate its dual natures.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram. It let him go. Was that mercy?
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages.
Just real quick, my thoughts right now. So, they said an instinctive, Ingwe said, like, perhaps its instinct to return to its own kind. which seemed to imply that I'm a Typhon. Maybe they, I'm wondering now, did Morgan ever exist?
If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It never saw me, and it never ran into Volunteer 37. Hard to say what it would have done. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk. Alex, it killed you.
Back then, I would have done the same thing to me.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect Earth? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we had to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something.
So I'm gonna see a mirror, right? He's gonna show me what I am.
What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today.
Oh crap, we failed. Whoops.
We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Wow. So the world's been destroyed. They were all praising my empathy through the whole thing. Except that one who I apparently never met.
We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Did you see the hand? You finished Prey. Normal traumas. Traumas? Like Darkest Dungeon. Total campaign time, 15 hours, rescue humans. I killed 0 humans? I know I tried to shock them as often as I could, but I swear there was a few where I was like out of shock battery and I had to use other weapons, but maybe they didn't count as humans? 79 neuromods. If I have 79 of these little like circuits in my head, how is there not just like a big mass of metal in my head? No humans? Oh, he's clearly a monster. Okay, well, Prey endings, videos, all endings to Prey. Okay. So here's the null wave transmitter. This was the thing to like zap all the aliens, not blow up the thing.
Please take your ID.
Mechatronics in the original containment cylinder. Placing the null wave device there will override the entire coral network with our own signal.
30 minutes? We'll skip through it.
Use your secoscope to locate the exact spot.
Alright, he just put in the army.
He's destabilizing.
They're lying to you.
Hurry.
Oh, every time we saw those flashes, we were seeing that post-credit scene. We were seeing the truth.
Good work. The reactor's primed and capable of delivering close to 30 megatons. More than enough.
My question is, Dr. Ingwe and those other 3 that were bots, were they actually people and then he made bots emulating those people? Or were they bots, and then he made, like, simulations of the bots for the simulation?
I'll meet you on the bridge to the escort.
Heart of the Coral. Hold on, let's back up a minute.
Suit integrity. That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
Firing angle 0.
Assume Alex's plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters. Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers, and now there's blood in the water?
Visual contact.
Skipping.
Or other serious emergency.
I see a person who looks like Morgan, you.
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable? Is that a joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. I wish you understood. I've bet the course of this entire station around what you wanted. I let you persuade me. And now you're gonna throw it all away? Just stop and think for one goddamn second, Morgan.
The safety is off on his firearm.
I think you've said enough.
Is he just gonna use his fat to body block it? He just thunks his head on the desk on the way down.
Warning.
Боже мой. Every window peeing through the hull. I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You will have to move. Боже мой. Every window in this station. It's engulfing the place. It's everywhere.
Detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
He went the wrong way.
Talos 1.
You're on. I'll wait a few minutes before detonation. But then,
Wait, what?
it's ready to go, Morgan. I'll wait.
Walther Dahl. And so in this playthrough, he somehow made an alliance with Dahl?
A few minutes before detonation.
We knocked that guy out, and I never saw him again.
Talos 1.
You're on your own after that.
I probably missed the side quest.
System alert. Repairs needed. System alert. Repairs needed.
You killed? No, I knocked him unconscious from lack of oxygen, and then the drone picked him up and took him to the medical bay.
Warning. Detonation imminent.
Deployment.
You guys should use some med packs or something.
Warning. Reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Ready or not, starting debark operations. Pre-flight check is who gives a shit. Hang on to your seat. This will be a rough ride.
I keep having this dream.
Loss of atmosphere, gravity, or other
Reserve.
serious...
Maybe.
Brother is unstable. Armed.
This machine, this entire... Wait!
Arm.
never harm you, Morgan. Never. This machine, it had your voice. I knew from the video you'd done something with operators, but this? It's not too late, you know. We can still salvage this. You change your mind once, you can change it again. I won't stop you if you decide to end it all. I told you I wouldn't. So, what's it gonna be? You made the right choice. The terminal's linked up again. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the coral and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1.
Apparently I'm not the only one who had phone calls interrupting important scenes.
Including...
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together.
It's immortality. And it is beautiful.
I never realized we were
in the event of a loss of atmosphere, gravity, or other serious emergency.
Am I a person who owns the genes and
All awake? Just stop and think for one goddamn second, Morgan.
The safety is off on his firearm.
I think you've said enough.
I'm aware that you've primed the arming keys to destroy Talos 1. So I find the activation of this null-wave transmitter station puzzling. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. You know how neuromods are made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
It just flips through the sofa.
I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You'll have to move. Боже мой.
Significant Typhon neuromods. I believe the risk you pose might irreparable with your shuttle. You know.
This is the ending I got.
Detected.
Please report to the nearest.
Morgan, you. However, alternatively, I just wanted you to know that you did.
Wait, let me back up.
If I were to suffer irreparable system damage, I would be unable to interfere with your escape. Alternatively, you could depart with your colleagues aboard Dahl's shuttle. You didn't anticipate that outcome. I just wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Morgan.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter.
I'm so done with this one specific phone call.
I'll wait a few minutes before detonation, but then I'm gone.
So he legit stood here for 7 minutes.
We're wheels up in 2 minutes.
You must hurry. We can't remain here much longer.
Close 1.
I can't wait any longer. You'll have to find another way off. Dahl out.
Morgan, thank you. Thank you for what you've done for us.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
До свидания.
Like in a queue.
Morgan. До свидания.
Did she just call you twice? She's been trying to reach you about your space station's extended warranty.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
keep having this dream.
Leave early?
Morgan, don't. I'm only a shallow copy of you, and I know better than to abandon Talos 1. If you leave now, you're only delaying the inevitable.
Oh, snap.
Where do you think the Typhon will go next?
Morgan, I don't understand how you got the launch key to that escape pod. Of all the ways the test could have changed you, this was the last one I expected. You're just quitting.
Mom, can you go to a different background as the main menu? Wait, what? What's going on in the background? Okay, hold on. I'll close it. I didn't realize it was flashing. My bad.
Start over.
Post credits ending number 1.
Finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise. And later, it recovered the Lightner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod, in my view.
I installed one, and I actually thought I had to. I thought I had to install one to get past a certain obstruction.
This demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Oh, I didn't realize I could look down.
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help. And it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. A lot of humans controlled by the Typhon ended up dead. Not that it was easy to avoid, but I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect Earth? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you some ways. We never tried putting what we can do between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do. We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Neurons is assuming it thinks
it was
shows to be exceptionally high. You're assuming
I
would have suffocated use. Never identically selfish was why.
Would have done what its hands.
What do you say?
But it'd be sure dead.
Hey, can't you? All put into you. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
I don't know.
What? I was wondering how it was going to do it. It's like he grabbed him, impaled him, and sent out like an EMP that disabled all the bots all at once.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. And let's see. More scenes, critique of the mind game, and Dr. Mike reacts to Schmecks with a car. Yeah, nice. Awesome. I'm so glad they're suggesting that to me. Wow. That's interesting. That is interesting. Lots to unpack there. So he said something like, we had you re-experience what Morgan did. That tells me Morgan did exist. And he did go through the station, and you basically played through, I don't know, a mimic, whatever, a Typhon that was reliving Morgan's experience. Those bots, like Dr. Ingwang and those others, I don't know if those were actually ever people that they made bots of, or if they were bots and then they just projected their personalities into the simulation so that they could be in there. Morgan died on the station and Alex saved his body, I believe. Since he said he had never tried putting themselves to a Typhon, hence why they think they dropped Morgan's actual brain in the spoopy. The spoopy. A Typhon with a Morgan neuromod. I like that theory. That kind of makes sense. I don't mean to brag, but I am in the top 9.6% of gamers in this game. As you can tell right here from the achievement, Push the Fat Guy. Very rare. Not many have it. I will brag. If you didn't save enough of those bots, you would have failed the post-credits and had to restart. Had to restart. Oh boy. Okay, overall, what do I think about this game? I thought it was really awesome how many different ways I could tackle a problem. Like, there's a locked door, you could hack it, key card, punch code, run around, try to find the code to it, leverage it open, use a recycling grenade to just recycle the door into parts, find a vent, try to go around. Apparently, I never got the mimic power. Apparently, there were some small places you could slip through with the mimic power. I kind of wonder what the ending would have been like if you had installed tons of Typhon mods. Would they have hated that if you just went Typhon crazy? I don't know. I kind of feel like when it first showed me Typhon mods, it was like, yeah, if you install a couple of these, all the station's defenses will hate you and they'll try to kill you. I was like, oh, I don't want that. So I didn't do that. And I feel like I may have missed out on some awesome gameplay by listening to that advice. So that's a shame. But yeah, I love the way of tackling all the issues. About, I don't know, 2/3 the way through the game, I started getting really frustrated. Like, I was just dying constantly. It was like quick save, die, reload, kill one enemy. Quick save, die, reload, kill one enemy. Quick save, it was like that. It got really difficult. And then at the end, we were just running past monsters. And then I was like, okay, was I supposed to just run past all the enemies much earlier on? And I was just forcing myself to fight and I wasn't supposed to? Maybe. I'm not sure. But the fights were definitely getting like way out of hand. It was very overwhelming. But perhaps that was supposed to be. I don't know. But there was a lot of frustration there. Like I said, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't realize until someone told me yesterday that you could track one quest at a time. because I was constantly tracking every single quest in my journal. I had like markers everywhere, and it made it very difficult to do side stuff. And then I just was like, screw it, I'm just not going to. And so, you know, of course, we left a lot of side stuff undone because of that. But I don't usually 100% games. I usually just go through and then do what feels right, and then that's my story. That's the playthrough. Like when the bot was like, "Oh, your brother's disoriented. He's got a gun." I'm like, "Oh shoot, okay, problem solved. What's next? I'm evil too. Okay, okay. Well, look at that, 2 for 2, easy. You know, see that? Simple solutions." But yeah, it was a cool game. There was definitely some moments that I did not like, but I think overall it was good. It was a good playthrough. Don't know if I'll do the DLC yet, but it was a fun game. Wonder how much more enjoyable it would have been to run with dialogue or not. It was definitely over some moments where I said I was frustrated because the dialogue was overwhelming. Like get a phone call that gets interrupted by a cutscene. I really didn't understand the thing with the coral, because the call where he explained the coral was interrupted. I now know it's some kind of, like, focus point for the alien goo, so, you know, hit the coral, hit the whole thing. But for a long time, I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. The idea is you could play like you did, or explore a lot, or complete side quests, get extra neuromods, get extra powers to kill things easier. Feels like the game was telling you, hold still to listen to this, or I'll call you again to trigger more calls. But holding still only gets you killed by spooky boys. Thanks for the great game. Oh, you're very welcome. I get the impression once you got a call, you need to stand still. Yeah, maybe. If that's the case, if I'm gonna nitpick here, maybe they should have like had the game pause when a call would happen, and then you have to finish the call to proceed. If that's what they were aiming for, might have been good. But maybe they were afraid of scaring off the speedrunner community, because they would have hated that. Muck, why are you holding the Q&A video hostage? I haven't made the Q&A video yet, Errol. I misnamed the director's cut video Q&A, and then I fixed it. I haven't made the Q&A video yet. A bold lie. All right, you know what, Errol? Just for that, whatever your question was will suffer for this moment. All right. With that, chat, y'all have been wonderful. Thank you for joining me. This was Prey. Tomorrow, I'll be back on Guild Wars 2, followed by something else. I'll check the game recommendations channel and see what else we got.